In a part of the world where the sun shines brightly and the sea kisses the land, there are two places with a long and intertwined history: Palestine and Israel. This is a simple story about these lands, their people, and their shared past. A very long time ago, before there were cars, phones, or computers, there was a land with hills, valleys, and ancient cities. This land is known today as Palestine and Israel. Many different people lived here, each with their own stories and traditions. In this land, there were ancient cities like Jerusalem, known for its beautiful temple, and Jericho, one of the oldest cities in the world. People farmed the land, traded with their neighbors, and lived in small villages and towns. Among the people who lived here were the Israelites. They believed in one God and had their own stories and laws. Important figures like Abraham, Moses, and King David were part of their history. King David made Jerusalem an important city, and his son Solomon built a great temple there. Over thousands of years, many different empires came to this land. First, there were the Egyptians, then the Assyrians, and later the Babylonians. Each group brought their own culture and ideas. After the Babylonians, the Persians came, and then the Greeks. The Greeks were followed by the Romans. The Romans were very powerful and changed the land a lot. They even destroyed the temple in Jerusalem and made many of the Jewish people leave. During Roman times, a new religion was born in this land. It was called Christianity, based on the teachings of Jesus, who was born in Bethlehem. This religion spread across the world and became very important. In the 7th century, a new religion called Islam arrived. The Muslims who followed this religion built beautiful mosques and made cities like Jerusalem important for their faith too. They welcomed Christians and Jews to live with them. The land was now a place where three important religions met: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. For many centuries, the Ottoman Empire, a big empire from Turkey, ruled this land. They built new cities and welcomed people from different places. Jews, Christians, and Muslims lived together, each with their own traditions and ways of life. In the early 1900s, things began to change. A movement called Zionism started among Jewish people living in Europe. They wanted to create a home for Jewish people in the land of Israel, a part of the land they considered their ancient home. Many Jewish people moved there, buying land and building new communities. But the land was already home to many people called Palestinians. They were Muslims, Christians, and also some Jews. They had their farms, homes, and villages there. After World War I, the British controlled this land. They promised to make a national home for Jewish people, but they also promised to respect the rights of the people already living there. This was a difficult promise to keep. In 1948, after many struggles and much debate, the State of Israel was created. It was a dream come true for many Jewish people. But for the Palestinians, it was a time of great loss and struggle. Many of them lost their homes and had to leave. Since then, there have been many wars and fights between Israelis and Palestinians. Each side has its own story and reasons. It has been a hard and sad time for both people. Leaders from both sides and from other countries have tried to make peace. There have been agreements and talks, but it has been very hard to find a solution that works for everyone. Today, the land is divided. Israel is a country with its own government, cities, and laws. Palestine is made up of two parts, the West Bank and Gaza, each with its own challenges and government. In Israel, people from all over the world live together. They work in cities, on farms, and in technology. It is a place of many cultures and histories. In Palestine, people also work hard to build their lives. They have schools, markets, and communities. But life can be very hard because of the conflict and the restrictions they face. The story of Palestine and Israel is not just about land. It is about people, families, and their dreams for a better life. It is about history, faith, and hope. Children in both Palestine and Israel learn about their histories. They hear about the struggles and the pain, but they also learn about hope and peace. The dream for many people in both Palestine and Israel is to live in peace. They hope for a time when they can share the land, live as neighbors, and build a future together. But this dream is not easy. It requires understanding, respect, and the courage to forgive. It needs leaders who are brave and people who believe in peace. The story of Palestine and Israel is still being written. Every day, people there are making choices about how to live and how to treat their neighbors. This land, with its ancient cities, beautiful hills, and busy markets, has seen so much history. It is a place of many stories, some happy, some sad. The hope is that one day, the story of Palestine and Israel will be a story of peace, friendship, and shared dreams.